At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring into the ring the owner of the RWA, T. Phoenix.
Welcome back to RWA Ambition. Bob, what are you calling out T. Phoenix? What's going on?
I mean, clearly, the boss, Big Daddy T's, got to lay down some law before we get any more action going. I mean, with how hectic things are in the RWA, you never know what this could be about.
Thank you, everybody. You're far too kind. I got some business items to attend to really quickly. As you may or may not be already aware, over the last several months, there's been an incident transpiring month after month between Jeremy LaCroix and our cameraman, Mark. And I very much want to have a professional environment, so I want to bring these two out here right now and try to hash things out between them. So please, Jeremy, Mark.
You know, I'd say this is good on the boss T. Phoenix, you know. Us, you know, media personnel, us camera commentators, whatever, we should be able to be in a safe working environment. And Jeremy LaCroix clearly has gone off the rails from what I have personally experienced. So hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this issue right here and right now.
Exactly, you said it perfectly. T. Phoenix got to give a lot of courage for having them come out and square this issue. Please, Mark, you wanted an opportunity to Rumble. I thought you were going to be in the Rumble. We didn't know what was going to happen. Mark enters, capitalizes on our opportunity, and Jeremy didn't take that lightly. Zach, you signed up for pro wrestling. Mark made an elimination. He went back to film the camera right after it. Why did Jeremy take so much offense to this?
I mean, but we see now there is a reason why Mark isn't out here holding the cameras. Why he now has to come out here and defend his self-awareness. You know, he's been trying to perform his duties within the space here at RWA. We appreciate all the work that he puts in, but Jeremy LaCroix, you know, sometimes you just got to pull the reins back a little bit, and T. Phoenix is going to try to maintain some order.
You said try to maintain T-Tell, but it's a safe space. Let's see what T has to say.
All right, I understand tempers have gotten the best of us. I understand Mark eliminated you from the Thanksgiving throwdown, costing you a championship opportunity. I understand that. It seems as though some of these people like that. But despite that, this thing is getting out of hand. I think you both agree. I think it would be best if you two just shook hands and agreed to disagree, and let's just go our separate ways, okay? Yes.
It's accurate. I think it should happen.
Listen, think of it this way, Jeremy. You want to focus on winning a championship, or do you want to be feuding with the cameraman? No offense, Mark. No, but you're not a wrestler. We know this. Do you want to focus on bettering yourself in your career, or do you want to keep this going?
I mean,
shake hands and let's get on with the show, please.
Makes a good point. In your professional career, you got to keep your priorities straight. Got to keep your eye on the prize at all times. This is quite the tedious, needless side quest if you're Jeremy LaCroix.
Put an end to it. Try to climb the ranks in the RWA. About time we did this.
Finally, Jeremy LaCroix can be an upstanding citizen. He's well-dressed.
Now we can get back to the show where we talk about championship matches. We have to come. Storylines is going to go down. I think it's pretty accurate. At least we shake hands and everything.
Right. Maybe we can get Mark a camera now. Hold on a second. Hold on. Chris, what just happened? Zach, he didn't just do that. Tell me Jeremy didn't just do that.
People out here.
Yeah. You better run. Holy hell! Zach, I'm in complete disbelief, Coach C.
We just had T. Phoenix coming out trying to squash the beef between these two, and Mark was about to get blindsided. T. Phoenix, what just happened?
T. Phoenix just became collateral damage, intercepting the chain-wrapped lariato. That's more devastating than any lariat that man's ever thrown. T. Phoenix is completely out cold. What the hell? I know the show's called Ambition, but Jeremy's going a little too far.
Zach, I can't believe what we just witnessed right there. T Phoenix coming out here to solve an issue, and from this creating a bigger problem. We need to make sure Jeremy's out of here. I don't even want him in my sights right now.
Yeah, I can only hope that T is going to be okay. You're going to have to keep tabs on all RWA social media as we'll hopefully get an update at some point on this ongoing situation. But, I mean, as we say in wrestling, the show must go on. Let's take it back to Bob Whitney.
I do want to remind everyone that our next event will be Saturday, April 18th. And for those of you who already have it on the calendar, it's also WrestleMania weekend. We will be having a 3 p.m. event in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. We'll have the home for WrestleMania once again, Saturday, April 18th, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, RWAforever.com. The following contest is scheduled for 1 fall.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to RWA Ambition. We talk about things that have been brewing in the RWA. It's been that alliance between Moshpit and Above All. And now, I've known Moshpit for some time. This is the most confident he's ever been. This is the most comfortable Zach he's ever been in.
You know, Coach, the Zoe is honestly glad that he is back here in the booth with you, as opposed to being the referee like I was for the 6-man tag last month. But let's let Whitney.
From the Providence Underground, he is the very middleweight. This is Moshpit.
Because the point I was going to make is I have been up close for this reinvigorated Moshpit. There is no nonsense in the eyes or the spirit of that man. He is trying to break Above All and make them into merciless mercenaries. But he is looking to lead by example for his militia here tonight. He thought he was going to rip through Nick Diamond, but now he has to go through the other uncut gem.
Lewis Leon tag team competition. Him and Nick Diamond have been all over doing it. But singles, he's been starting to prove himself against the best of the best. We've seen a legacy last year, him testing himself against your current Ocean State champ, Coach Will. He's starting to climb the ranks, but you can see the look of it in his eyes. He's looking to try to put away Moshpit, even though it's probably never going to happen. He wants to end Moshpit once and for all. Now, but Zach, I got to ask you, you were in the ring for the 6-man tag. What was the Moshpit like in there? Because it's a different force out there.
Absolutely ruthless. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's that militia mindset. It's that war pack dog mentality. Eat or be eaten. And Moshpit is the hungriest I've ever seen him. But Luis Leon, he is as cold as ice. You can see it in the stare. You can see how determined he is, especially now representing his injured tag team partner, Nick Diamond. Unfortunately picked up an injury in a recent matchup. So he's standing in his place right now. And there's a lot of bad blood obviously carrying over from that 6-man tag team match.
Referee TJ Richter right now going to get ready on the call for this one. Going to lay down the middle. But Moshpit right there, just playing mind games with people on the outside. It's crazy to think that over a year ago today, we had the Above All align themselves with Nick Diamond, RWA Tag Team Champions, and Moshpit has just made them into his own soldiers, it seems like.
That's what happens when you align yourself with someone as successful as a Moshpit, somebody who has sat under the learning trees of a natural-born leader, bred by a kingdom, now led to lead his own army, and he found his knights in the form of Above All, and now looking to, like I said, prove himself by example, prove that his way is the right way. On the Luis Leon, now to make it an easy night.
Big chop right there. Leon on fire in this one, trying to be in the driver's seat early, but we talk about the force that Moshpit is, not allowing this one early. Fireman's carry position, having the leverage he wants.
And I know you kind of undertold Luis a little bit coming into this matchup when he was making his entrance, but do not discredit him. I mean, these two guys have sat under a lot of the same learning trees. So these two, while not, they are on opposite lines, but they know each other very well. So if anybody can find the kink in the armor to a Moshpit, it's somebody like the premier Luis Leon.
Swing and miss, unsuccessful, but Moshpit now just toying with his food, it looks like, Zach. Grabbing Leon by the hair.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much momentum you build. When you're in there with someone like a brick wall as a Moshpit, you're going to have to try to break it down. And he's trying to break through Moshpit's chest
with those rapid fire chops.
Big chops from Leon, feeling this one half of the Uncut Gems, looking to put Moshpit away tonight. Charging him in the corner.
Well, that Uncut Gems looking a little cut in that corner. But sends Moshpit up and over.
Wiping Moshpit to the outside of the ring, but Luis Leon, Zach, he's feeling a little flawless right now, if you know what I mean. He's looking to take some flight. He's feeling a little froggy. And Moshpit there to cut him off.
That gem was not meant to be a meteor. Moshpit made him come crashing down, and now looking to turn him into rubble out on the rosary floor.
Digging right into him on the outside of the ring, taking any advantage. But this is the Moshpit we're talking about that we're scared of. Charged big strike to Luis Leon, immediately digging on him at the floor, and just marching to the beat of his own drum right now, Zach. This is a deadly sight to see.
Yeah, beat of his own drum.
It could be over right here.
Continues to beat on Luis Leon. Every match for Moshpit, it's like he's in the pits of war. And he is absolutely unleashing an arsenal of pain all over Luis Leon. Precision elbows, keeping this match exactly at the pace that he wants it. 10-4, straightforward. Now back into the cover, hooking the leg, but only good for another two.
Back-to-back, how it's only two, Zach. We need one more second. Moshpit could be the victor, but Moshpit, it seems like every time Leon kicks out, he just wants to give more pain. He just wants to lay heart in Leon as much as possible. As much as he wants to win, he just wants Leon to suffer tonight.
Well, because you got to think, this is a straight one-on-one match. You don't see Donnie Stacks or Nick Diamond. You don't see Above All out
now, right? As of now.
Right, but as of right now, this is straight up. And if Moshpit is as dominant of a leader as he claims to be, he really has to go in there and he has to prove everything that he barks. And right now he's showing that his bite's a lot worse.
Big double chop right there, Leon feeling this one. Everyone here in Providence trying to get behind Leon. Double chop, swing and a miss. No water in the proof for that one, but Leon capitalizes.
Has to find any opening he can, but got that door shut right in his face. Dropped right back in the center of the ring. Moshpit wants to get into the cover, but TJ Richter right there to ensure that its match is still going on.
Only a 2 count, but Zach, did you see how fast he ricocheted the canvas post that clothesline from Moshpit? Did you see how fast his body hit the canvas?
There's no wasted motion when it comes to Moshpit. He ensures that his prey is exactly where he wants it. And now look at this, just trying to suck the life out of Luis Leon, siphon any energy that he has left to make this a one and done, to get his ranks higher up.
Leon do whatever it takes. Providence getting behind him right now, the fan favorite. Starting to fight back slowly but surely, but the pressure continues to come on. This Moshpit is digging. Leon threw around the back, but not taking it yet. But once again, Moshpit in position.
Pressure breeds diamonds. And right now, Luis Leon embodying Nick Diamond. The diamond in the rough. Trying to get out of this rough predicament. Get himself back into this matchup. Showing his fire. Showing his ambition. Once, twice, thrice has Moshpit down, and this may be the opening Luis Leon needs.
This could be the moment Zach he's been waiting for all match, and as we know, it only takes 3 seconds to put him down. Moshpit starting to fight back. This match has gone in his favor completely, and before we know it, this could be over. Kick to the midsection.
Yeah, this is getting into those deep trenches now. Bullets flying everywhere. These two, neither giving an inch. And Moshpit just took a whole ride off that spine buster. And TJ Richter's hand was damn near an inch away from counting 3 for Luis's victory, but not meant to be yet.
You talk about being the referee for that 6-man tag last show, Zach. We talk about tag team action today. The unit will be defending their prestigious RWA Tag Team Championships later tonight, taking on the return of Guapo Suave. We talk about RWA, the best of the best are offered, and we're watching 2 contenders battle it out right now.
Hell, I mean, a year-long issue between Cash Money and Mike Grosso will be settled in an I Quit match, but we're seeing right now neither of these men wanting to quit in a massive Uranagi from Moshpit.
Cover. Zach, kick out at 2, and I think the only word we can describe Leon is fight. Doing whatever it takes. This match has gone in Moshpit's favor completely. But Leon, you can see it on his face right now. He is finding a way to kick out of it.
Yeah, Luis Leon just had his gravity blasted, crashed back down to earth from whatever high cloud he was in, thinking that he had Moshpit where he wanted him, because now he is in the clutches of the Moshpit, up in that fireman's carry.
Big fireman's carry, get him in position, but Leon backing him to the corner right there, exactly where he wants him.
Out on the deep trenches, but you know he wants to get him in that pitfall. But Luis Leon trying to rise out of that corner. Back elbows, have Moshpit staggered. That's one way to use your head, as hard as a diamond.
Big headbutt right there. Leon looking to take a little flight once again, but can he hit it? No!
It's always quite dangerous when you attempt to go up there, and Moshpit made Luis Leon pay for it in the worst way. Dropped him right on his gems, and now has him hooked. Oh my God!
That's it. That is it, Zach.
That's straight down. That's straight 3.
Statement made tonight. Moshpit came in and ruled this match completely. There was moments that Leon had fight, but you knew the point A to point B. Moshpit was determined more than ever.
This was one of those matches where on paper you thought it could have gone either way, but Moshpit is somebody that breaks any mold, breaks any opponent, and he looks to continue to break RWA as he breaks his soldiers above all to be killing machines.
Talk about scary sights to see. Moshpit absolutely unleashing. But we have more action to come. When we come back, the RWA action continues. But if this is what the future of Moshpit looks like, I am scared to find the rest of the division. We will be back in a few short seconds.